Well, good morning. Day 3 here at Bonnechere Lake. And had a pretty rainy night last night, but Molly and I managed to sleep well. A little sloppy out here this morning, but what are you going to do, right? We're expecting, I believe, some more rain today, according to what the long range forecast was that I've seen earlier before we set out. And so to be expected, as well as tomorrow. So yeah, so we're just going to try and find ourselves some dry twigs, I think, this morning. Have a quick breakfast of some oatmeal. Use the stick stove to get breakfast cooked up and see what's going on. Take a look at Molly here. She's just foraging around herself. Hey Molly, what's going on? Not gonna say hi to everybody? Hey, say hello everybody. So when it's rainy like this, a little more of a scramble. Eh? You don't know exactly what you should be doing or when you should do it, because, well, you don't know when the sky's going to open up on you again. So I think first things first, I'm just going to get a little bit of let me get out Molly's dog food, and I'm going to get some food in her so that I can manage to get a fire going, and then I will I'll manage to get breakfast going for myself as well. So let's just get Molly all fed, taken care of. That'll make her happy. And then maybe she won't whine at me so much for food constantly 24/7. There you go, baby. Oh, what? Come get him. Here. Go get it. Eat him up. Okay, I'm gonna eat it. Alright, so rather than trying to get a cumbersome fire going today, trying to find firewood and stuff like that, I'm going to put together my my Kid stove. It's a twig stove by the company Kid. It's made in Canada, and I'm going to get a nice little fire going on that there, and I'll just cook up my my oatmeal and quick coffee. And then I think Molly and I are going to get a early deployment from here back to Ragged Lake today, which we will camp on once again, and then we will we'll be disembarking and heading on home tomorrow. So, but yeah, I'll get this all set up, go and look for some twigs, and yeah, we'll get our fire started. So I got the Kid stove all set up, got plenty of fuel here. I'm just going to get this lit up. Got some birch bark, and I'm using a lighter today just because things are all so damp. There we go. I'm just going to get this stoked here. I see I got all kinds of some dry wood from what I had saved up from yesterday's bonfire. Just want to get a little fire established and get some water boiled, and then I can get rocking on some breakfast. Alright guys, so wondering what's for breakfast. I've already mentioned having oatmeal. What I've done is at home packaging. I went and I actually buy my oatmeal in big bags. I don't buy the processed oatmeal that you get in the little brown packets. I just find they're not healthy enough. The big companies have gone and found a way to really destroy the nutritional value of those things. What I do is I buy myself some good steel cut oatmeal. Wife and I dried some nice strawberries. There's some blueberries. And mix that in with some brown sugar and oatmeal. And as you can see, it's not done yet, but we got ourselves a really nice mix of oatmeal. That, and we're gonna have some cowboy coffee. And that'll get our day started. Then we get packed up. It hasn't rained in a little while. Get ourselves packed up and head back out on the water. Get ourselves back down to Ragged Lake there. So yeah. Just a last minute addition to breakfast. Had some bacon, figured I'd cook that up too. Is there a dance up there? Sure is a nice view from this little bench in the woods. Bunch of people up here fishing at the rapid base. This is at the portage going to Porcupine Lake. These guys just did the portage from hell too. Yeah. Attaboy. Alrighty, so here we are back on Ragged Lake. Just finished throwing a few casts. Met a few nice guys down there at the portage trail, and yeah, had a bit of conversation. It's always nice. A few casts there, didn't get anything obviously, but then again, like I said, I'm not here for a fishing trip. It's more of my paddle. So essentially we're going to head on over here now and try and find ourselves a campsite for the night, and then tomorrow will be our last day on the water as we head out to the last portage going down to Smoke Lake and back to the vehicle and a long drive home. So Molly's having a good time. She had her swim already today with her life jacket on, and it doesn't stop her, the cold water. So I guess maybe I should be more of a man and buck up, right? But water's too cold. Yeah. Well, the forecast called for rain today, and it didn't lie. So yeah, like I say, we're on Ragged Lake, and I'm just going to find myself a campsite. I was headed towards one, but I see it's occupied now. And I'm just going to poke my nose around a bit here, and I'm not even going to be worried about what the quality of the campsite's like, just because I want something that's going to be close access to the dugout tomorrow. So I'm going to put the camera away for now, just because this is not a all-weather camera, and I do not want to lose my footage. Yeah, so hopefully you can even see me. Here I am. Yeah, so cut. Glad I put the camera away when I did, because we had it wasn't even a long one. It was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes long, and it was a downpour, torrential downpour. I ended up with probably about half an inch of water in the bottom of my canoe, and of course, being Algonquin Park, there's always a struggle trying to find a campsite. And well, I finally did find one just as the rain was letting up. So we did manage to find this spot. For those of you that don't know, all campsites here in Algonquin Park are actually identified by one of these. So it's quite bright, and it is very easily identifiable. Down there you'll see my canoes down, pulled up on shore, just Molly's little blanket there just drying. And it's a good wide open campsite, but it's not the best campsite in the world. But you know what, I'm only here for tonight. Gonna get up in the morning. I don't even know if I'm gonna do oatmeal or whatever. I might just get up, pack up, and head on out. Gonna set my tent up, or my hammock up between these two trees here, between the cedar and the pine, and where my pack is, and that'll be where I'm gonna hang my hat tonight. So, Molly, are you trying to dry off? Hey, are you trying to dry off? So we just had a group of people come in. It's got to be 8, 10 of them maybe. I don't know, but that island has clearly marked, and I can actually see it from here, just to the upper right of that orange tent. No camping signs, and they come on in and they set up there like they own the island. Gotta love people that do not obey the rules. The rules are there for a reason. Why, I don't know on that island, but yeah, it's just one of those things where people just do not obey the rules. There's a good shot of my my hammock tent. I've got it guyed out with some poles there, so I can keep the front entranceway open, nice and tall. Just to let some air flow through. Later on, if I want to, I could just pull them and I could peg them right down to the ground. Okay, so I'm a little befuddled. There's my big word for the day. We've got piles of this, which look like giant turds. I'm not sure what the heck they are. And they are all over the place here. You see, it's like a landmine over here. All right? If anybody knows what the heck these are, and just to give you an indication of how big these are, here we go. Look, this here, I have a size 13 foot. So these things are huge. If that's coming out the ass of a bear, wow. I don't know, it could be maybe moose, but I know moose have pellets. So if anybody knows what the heck these are, let me know in the comment section, please. Well, Mother Nature's not cooperating. Starting to rain again. Just when I got a nice fire rocking. Emily and I were sitting down to have some lasagna. Look at that, fire's going so nice too. So a nice thing about having a hammock is it comes with a tent or a tarp, right? So you stay dry, so you don't always have to set up a tarp. And the fact that, you know, it's already set up, nice spot to hide out, a lot of room here for Molly and I. And on tonight's menu, we're having Mountain House lasagna with meat sauce. If you've never had this stuff, yeah, it might be like $10, $11, $12, whatever. This stuff is the bomb. I saved this on purpose for our last meal, obviously because the steak wouldn't last 3-4 days. Might have, but don't want to take that chance. But this stuff is so good, and it's just pour 2 cups of boiling water in, let it sit for 10 minutes, and you chow down. So, bon appetit. Did I say the Mountain House lasagna is also approved by Molly? She likes it. she won't even lift her head out of there. Oh, you made a liar out of me. Is that good? Well, from the sounds of the thing and what you can see here, it looks like the Sunday is kind of a wash now. The rain started coming down about a half an hour ago. It's putting my fire out. It's about 7:30 at night, and Molly and I are just hunkered underneath the tarp. Actually, Molly is hunkered. I don't know if you can see it there. The light's not too good. She's laying in the hammock with her head sticking out. So, yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. Can't control Mother Nature. Maybe if we keep getting this rain, we won't have any fire bans this year. Well, good morning. Here we are, day 4. And today's the day we're going to be heading out. Had a long night of rain. And really put the smash on our last night of enjoying a fire and stuff like that. Poor Molly, she was just wanting to jump in the hammock. So yeah, so it made for a long night in the hammock for sure. But that's okay because sleeping in a hammock is so bloody comfortable. If you haven't had a sleep in a hammock tent, try it, people. It's awesome. It looks a little breezy out there today. And I think all we're going to do is, pack up, maybe just grab a quick snack for breakfast there, some granola bars or something, and try and head out, get out early, maybe grab breakfast on the road. So, we'll get ourselves going. Oh. What do you think, Molly? Well, that's going to be our direction out, heading back to Smoke Lake. And with any luck, the wind will be at our backs today. Yeah, maybe that'll make for a quick escape. From everything I've read on the Algonquin maps and stuff, usually when crossing Smoke Lake, heading back in the outward direction is usually into a headwind. But who knows, with this overcast and pretty glum looking day so far, maybe we'll be lucky enough and have that wind in our back to push us out. Alrighty, so we are on our way to the Ragged Lake to Smoke Lake portage. Got a bright early start today just because I want to try and beat the weather conditions. Although it's starting to get sunny out, patches of sun and clouds. We've got a really wicked swirling wind. It's not putting any bad waves on the water. But what it's got is, because it's swirling in the bay here, you get a gust and it'll push the canoe about 10 feet sideways. And it's a little uncomforting for sure. But we're just going to keep making our way down there. We haven't got a long distance to go to get to the portage. And when we get there, and hopefully we'll finish the portage, get over to the Smoke Lake side, and it'll be a nice backwind all the way back to the launch. That would be pretty ideal. But I'm not counting on it because you never know what to expect when you're in the North Country. Weather conditions can change on a dime. And once again, we're approaching the portage from Ragged Lake into Smoke Lake, and this is the dam. What I understand, over here on the right, that little opening in the dam was used back years and years and years ago when logging took place around here. And that was actually a log chute to transport logs from Ragged Lake down to Smoke. So a little bit of history of Algonquin here, or at least this little area. So doing this as a double carry again. I had no breakfast, so not feeling the most energy today. But it's a shorter portage. I think it's only 290 meters. And if I remember right, this is the first portage I did as a single carry. And if you remember right, Canoehound said he was dead tired, out of breath, and out of shape. So I'm gonna have to talk to the son-in-law, maybe get a gym membership with him and get out there and work on some cardio. Or better yet, I'll get onto my mountain bike and start building on my cardio. So yeah, this is a nice wide open portage. So far, no obstacles except a couple of rocks and roots. Let's show you. So here we are back on Smoke Lake, and probably about 3 kilometers ahead is our takeout. And I got a feeling I'm going to be battling some headwinds here, so if I don't get any more footage until we get back to the launch, I apologize. But paddling against the headwind, I have better things to do than doing videos. So well, we've really been battling across Smoke Lake here. Finally protected by the west shore, which has offered some relief from the wind. Going across the large bay, oh my God, what a battle that was. Trying to go from the east shore over to the west shore just to get myself some shelter from the wind. Up in the distance there, I could see the boat launch, or the put-in spot, and I should be there probably about half an hour's time. And then we get ourselves unloaded and on the way home. Well, that's it for this 4-day adventure. All in all, it was a great trip, fantastic trip. Just made it back to the boat launch, and now the sun wants to start coming out. Imagine that, right? So I'd like to thank you all for joining me on this adventure. And it's time to sign out, get the truck all loaded up, and head on back down the highway. So remember, people, this is Dennis of Canoehound Adventures saying, keep the adventures alive.